so sorry I had to bring the baby in here today. I just had to get to you, and I didn't have anyone available at the last minute, so hopefully he will cooperate during our session.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. So let's talk about your job. I heard that they got a call said that you need to come in and talk about your job. What's going on with you at work?
Well, the last time I was here, I was just telling you how displeased I am with it overall.
Mm-hmm.
I love the pay, but I just really dislike the job itself. And maybe it's just the location. But one of the things that's happened new is that we now have a new owner,
Okay.
and she is implementing a system that I really disagree with. And what I mean by that is it's a bonus system. And typically, when it comes to hygiene, you have a daily goal as far as production is concerned.
Yes.
And this daily goal, based on production, means that there needs to be a certain dollar amount of services that are rendered per day.
Okay.
For example, the goal may be $1,000. So that means within those 8 patients that I typically would see, because I'm seeing them every hour on the hour, 8, 9, 10, 11, lunch at 12, and then next patient at 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that means that with a bonus system, the daily goal is again $1,000. But if I would like to make bonus, that goal would be bumped up to perhaps $1,200. So that means instead of rendering $1,000 worth of services, I need to aim for $1,200 worth of services within that day in order to get a bonus. But what I have seen happen is that when a bonus system is implemented, ethics kind of go out the window.
Okay.
So I've seen where, one hygienist may have an adult patient on the schedule,
Mm-hmm.
and that patient only needs a cleaning, and they see that their fellow hygienist has a child on the schedule that needs x-rays, a cleaning, and fluoride. So what does that mean? Cha-ching, more money on the child patient.
Right.
So I've seen where patients get switched for that reason, to try to boost their production in order to increase their paycheck in the end. And that's not ethical for the patient, and it's not right, for the insurance company to have to pay for something that's not needed. It's just wrong all the way around. It becomes just about personal gain. And so I'm already feeling like an automaton. I'm over it.
Okay. So right now you're basically saying that applying that you are basically at wit's end
Yeah.
with this job,
Yeah.
not only because it seems like of the lack of value that is taking place at your job, but also seems like because of the competition that has to go on in order to achieve the goal to reach that bonus that you are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so even in that sense, tell me, how do you feel when you leave that place?
I feel exhausted,
Okay.
mentally drained. My wrists bother me just from doing the same action over and over, day in and day out. I feel physically tired. And, I mentioned to you in the last session that if your patient is scheduled for 8 o'clock and they arrive at 8:12, you still have to see them, and prayerfully still be able to be finished by 8:58, so that you can grab your next patient, get your room cleaned up, and grab your next patient at 9, and then prayerfully have them done by 9:58, so you can grab your next person at 10. And so, that's regardless of them arriving on time. That's regardless of the dentist taking a super long time to do an exam. It's just, I feel drained.
So it's like basically saying that the anxiety of it is not only at your job, but it's transferring even to when you leave your job. It's even transferring to your home. So the thing is that because of that competition, because of, as you're saying, you're being rushed now, it's causing you to push yourself and be pressured into trying to achieve a goal in a maximum of short time period.
Right. Yeah, I definitely have to maximize a short amount of time. And, some days are better than others, but I always feel like I need to give 100% to each person. And oftentimes that's just not possible in the time that's given and with all of the overhead that's in mind, in mind that you got to hurry up, you got to get it done, you got to get the dentist in, you got to get them out, you got to get your room clean. And then on top of that, to, have the next person in the chair by a certain time and get them out by a certain time. And, on top of that, new system being implemented, we're still not getting any type of benefits. There's